Koe ni te reo o mā i tipua ka auroto, ko te reo e kōrero hia ne au i ai atonu.
If it were only left to the ministry, we might not even have a kura today.
Ko te mea nui kia u ki te kaupapa.
Mi atu ki a rātou i tautoko i ahau e tipu ana.
E tū kahi katea. Na tipura.
No way!
Ko ai au, ko nonga taha te maunga.
If it were only left to the ministry, we might not even have a kura today. I actually think the number one challenge was getting the ministry on side. And although there were the two ropu that we had to contend with, at the end of the day, it's the ministry that gets the final tick. You know, for the runanga, we just had to fill in these gaps as they saw it. But it's the ministry that's going to sign off in the end. So some of the early meetings with them were really, you know, I was really confronted by some, because initially every single meeting they're like, you're wasting our time. You're wasting, well, why are you even bothering? You know we're not going to say yes. You're wasting our time. And that was the ahua of every single meeting we went to. So what did we do? We went back to another meeting. But I you know, when I think back on it, I think, yes, there were a lot of different hoops and hurdles that we had to go through, but I think it would have been much harder for us. The kura might not even exist for us at all if the things like the runanga and the school trustees, yes, they were new, but they were in place. So the ministry also had someone that they needed to answer to as well. But they began, so there was that, and there was the runanga. They began to take us seriously when they could see that the runanga was coming to the party, so to speak, right? And I will say that I think Whaiani was on the board of the runanga at the time, I think. But also the aro whenua had only just opened about 92 officially in the whare. I think they're still in the same whare now. But he'd been fighting the fight for 2 or 3 years before that, right? So but she had the same experience. If you have a look on their website, on the Aro Whenua's website, you'll see she had exactly the same experience that I'm just describing to you now. Initially, we reached out to her for some advice, initially. When we knew things weren't going well, that's when the discussion started about opening as a satellite class. Actually, it was her who proposed it, if my memory serves me right. It was her who proposed it. And bear in mind, she had already had the same experiences. She'd just been through the same experiences, and she tried to do the same thing in Invercargill when she was opening up the kura down there. She had approached a couple of the established schools, mainstream schools in Invercargill, to start up satellite classes there. Not satellite the same way we were, but for them to house the the kura, the arawhenua kura, and you know, got blown away. And remember, I was just telling you how common it is up north for a mainstream school to also have the bilingual and total immersion units. It's just a common thing. If your community was Māori, the schools wouldn't object to doing that. Yeah, she went through the same battles down there, and it was her from memory. It was her who proposed us opening as a satellite class, because we were going to open anyway. But as a satellite class, we'd open with funding.
Moho tonu koe kia pini tonu iau ni iau e hara ni te kura i te reo, e korora i te reo Māori, kua hua hia o tata o mātou te reo e te mahita e kororo Māori i roto i nā kura. Koe ni te reo o i tipua ke au roto, ko te reo e kōrero hia ne au i aia tonu. Hera e maha nā rereke tana, te mita tērā. Ko te mea nui ke hoki, ko te reo e ako hi ana ki a rātau, e hara mai ka tanu nā wāhi kato. Te rereke tana nā te mea e rereke te mita o tēnā iwi, o tēnā iwi, o tēnā iwi. Nari ko taku whakahau ke te mea tiki nā tānata e whakarono mai na kia. Aua kai te ako koto i raro i ahau, i raro i te reo o tūhoi. Kaua kotou e mataku ki te hoki, te tiki ana i wā kotou kutuaki o tō iwi. I ahu mai rai i waku Pākeke, i waku Krau, i waku Huea. Nā rātau au whānau i te reo. Wai maria katoa mātau o te wharekai na e kōrero Māori katoa i nā wā kato. E rahi ake te reo Māori i te reo Pākehā. Karakau ke Pākehā i roto o te rohe. O te rohe pōtai o tūhoi. Ko nā Pākehā nake, ko nā kura māhita ara mai i reira māhitai. Koe rā nake nā Pākehā ara mai e ki roto nā i tūhoi. Mā koe, kia mō ai koe, karekau e i nā tamari e rawe ana kia. Nā te mea e aroha katoa tau ki a rātau, nā te mea kai te tarai rātau i te kōrero i te roto i te reo. E nari mo nā haututu, e rahi nā mea haututu, ana koe rā nā tamari ki poi a i hea i ea. Koe rā ongi whakauru hea mai au nā whakairo. I whakatūhia rau i mua i te kēti. Hai ako i wā tātou tamari ki haututu. Kua tonoa e au ki raro i wawara ki reira kōrero a tuai ki nā. Ki wawa wāhi, kai te maumahara koe ki wawara kau rai. Nā whakairo i i hara mai i wera whakairo i tētai wāhi Māori, mahi Māori ai i Kaikorai Valley Road rai. Hara mai ka pātai mai kia pēnā ka hiahia ki wawa rākau. Ka mea tau haria mai ki te kura. Ana nā pāni i taiapa, koutou ko kapohau, i te whakaoraki, te whakaaraki anō i wawa pau rai. Kai maumahara koe i ai. E ki ara ko nā kete Ana koeira, kai maumahara tunu koe ki a tari tono atura. E haututu nōna ka tono atu e au kei. Mātaki asane, mātau mai te wina ka ki te i rākau ne a tahi ka karau hare i tana whai kōrero ki nā rākau. Ana koeira te whakatau wairu ai. Ai whakatau wairu.
ora, ko Laki Awhara ki te toku ingoa.
O Jadam sa ingoa. Ko tōna pēkama naimara ki te toku ingoa.
Kia ora, ko Jay Kahau.
Kia ora, ko te ringek me e.
Kia ora, ko Billy James toku ingoa.
Ko ana take ingoa. Ko Aria Mukine toku ingoa. Ko whiti maramati amo toku ingoa. Ko Ava Ram Kaki toku ingoa. Ewa toku ingoa.
He tau whāau ki te kura.
Tai ingoa. Te whā.
He taurima aho ki te kura.
He tai whāau ki te kura.
He taurima ahau.
He taurima ahau ki tēnei kura. He taurima ahau. He tau whā ahau ki te kura. He tau whā ahau ki tēnei kura. Taurima ahau.
Ko Ngā Pui toku iwi.
O wharenui. Ngā pui te iwi.
No ngā te parau aho.
No ngā te awa e.
Iwi Ngā Te Kaununu.
O kaingingi take iwi. Kai tahu te iwi. Ngā te kaingingi ki wairoa te iwi.
Ngā puhi rawa ko tainui o ki iwi.
Ko kai tahu me ngā puhi o ki iwi.
He rangi au te tāpuna o te whikiporo.
Tangata kai piti. Kaore e moho.
Ki te tū hei tangata hangawhare.
Ki te whirangi e te hei kanko.
Toku wawatea te poitūkoro.
Kai te tei tangata ka hangawhare. O tōku rawaka he mahi ne hi. Ko te mahi ki te kohanga. Ke te pērangi ahau ki te tū hei kaiako. O kua wata i te waka pakeke ai, au ko te tairinga tui.
I came to New Zealand in 1986 and I met my husband Skip in 1987 and we had a child, Te Ao Marama, and another one, Tuia Namiro. And yeah, and we've been going back to Germany every now and then. So my children, they have te reo tiamana, me te reo Maori, Tūhoi actually. So Skip, he is from Tūhoi, born in Ruatahuna, and he was a teacher for a while. I can't remember exactly what years he started. It was the kura was already going, but it might have been in 1997 or 1998. It's just a wee bit of a blur. Well, for me, I only came in every now and then, or I dropped Skip off and stayed and observed a little bit what was going on there, and I really enjoyed it. I would have liked my children there too, but they went to Waitati school and they enjoyed it there, so it wasn't a question really. But then later on, Marama, after her dad died, he died in the year 2000, and he sort of suddenly just was gone, and that was pretty hard for all of us. And so Marama wanted to learn Maori, and first she went up to Murupara to live with her aunties, and she wanted, and she went to the kura there, to the kura Mauri a rohe waioha. And so I said, oh, well, Marama, you're doing well there. If you go up there, I hope you understand something. But she embraced it all. And she came back when she was 16, and she hasn't finished her, the NCEA. Yeah, and so she went to the kura here for 1 year, and that's when Whaolaki and Kurohata were there.
Hei no māma noi hoa tērā whakaaro. Hei mea, hei auroana o te kaupapa o te kohana. Mea ka he rea rāta ki te kohana, a tērā. Nā te takaka tono atu ki kura auraki. Ki hau nei. Mai nā te tūna te kohana o te kura kaupapa. Hei āwhina. Hei kawahia te kaupapa o te reo. Kia tipu pai ai te reo.
Well, it was obviously all in te reo. It was, we only had one pauako and a kaiawhina at the time. And it was they were all 5 and 6, and there was maybe 2 8 and 9-year-olds. So a lot of the teaching at that time was around te reo awaha, and making sure that the tamariki could kōrero Māori, so that they could then learn how to read in te reo, write in te reo. But everything was, kaupapa based, and it wasn't like how I recall my schooling in a Pākehā school, which was again different, something to have to get used to, that, they're not going to just sit down and do handwriting and those sort of things, which they did do, but it was, something we just had to accept, because that's what I'd chosen.
My first tamaiti transitioned in 2003 from Arai te Uru ko Hangareo to te Kura Kaupapa Māori o Otepoti, which was a very different pathway than my pōtiki, who transitioned in 2014 from Te Manaki ngā tamariki te Kohangareo. At the time that Rukuai transitioned, I wasn't very involved in that process, as I was quite whakamā when it came to my ability to kōrero te reo Māori, my identity as a Māori. So I was just lucky to have the support of another parent, Nikki Fredericks, who walked Rukuai through that process for me. But when my youngest started, I was very much part of the Kohangareo and the Kura Kaupapa, and she transitioned through kura visits. So when she came to that space, her confidence was right up there.
So originally my older 3 that went there first, they wanted to follow their teachers from Bathgate that ended up working out at the kura. But at the same time, I wanted to send my kids there to give them some of the learnings that we weren't given when I was their age.
Well, obvious ones is our kura literally got completely destroyed. So there's that.
Most of us grew up starting at Kohanga Reo together, right through to Kura. So we had that tight sibling-like bond, and hei tauira when we went out of Kura and interacted with other tamariki in the hapori, they would always tease us for how close we were, thinking we were a boyfriend, girlfriend or whatever. So it was always easier to tell people, nah, that's my brother, that's my cousin, we're siblings. That was the type of bond we had at Kura.
I don't know what we were here for because it was the weekend, it was a holiday, but we were here. There was myself, Kopoho, Harlem, Tumanako, Himiana, Delta, and our parents were doing something with the kura, and we had this old couch, and we're like, you know what? We should go make us a hut. So you have all of us carrying this old couch down, and I'm not sure if everyone remembered, we used to have pigs back in the by the paddock, and so we had, the pigs weren't there anymore, they had taken them away, but so we decided we were going to make us a hut in the pig area. And so all you see is all of us walking down this couch down there to make our hut and stuff, and we managed to get the couch down there, but when we were trying to get some other stuff, that's when we got caught and got told to not do it anymore.
So I've talked about this a little, but I think it's not a fond memory, but it's a memory that stands out. Is the memory of the tangihanga of Te Kāui. It stands out for me because ahakoa te pauri, like it wasn't a great memory, it stands out because of how we came together as a collective and how every generation came together in support of each other. And we came together, hei whanau, hei kotahi.
We just had our prize giving actually, and the main thing I told them is that they're set, they're sweet as, you know, they're cool kids, you know, we tū rangatira ana I tēnei wā tonu, nō reira kei te pai rātou, ka pai te kura.
Kia ora, ko Masia Cassidy toku ingoa, he uri au no te taitokerau, no Ngāpuhi, muri whenua, ngai takoto. Engari i tipu ake au I konei Otepoti. Ko au te tumaki o te Kura Kaupapa Māori o Otepoti tēnei wā. Ko au hoki te tahi o ngā pauako ki te taha o wharekura, ki te kura pautama. Ko au tēnei. I mua I taku tainga mai hei tumaki I konei au hei whanau. Engari, I au e noho ana hei tumaki ka tēno kite au, mā rake te kite, I te hua I puta mai ina ka kōrero Māori te whānau ki te tamaiti. Ahakoa I kōrero Māori au ki taku tama, I mua I taku tainga mai hei tumaki kāore au I tino mārama I tērā āhuatanga, engari I au I roto nei I whakahaere ana I te kura, kei reira ngā hua. Ina kei te kōrero Māori te whānau ki te tamaiti, māma ake tōna huarahi I te kura. Tērā, tētahi mea nui, ko tētahi atu pia I te mea tipu ake au I Otepoti. He rereke tēnei hapori ki te whakarauora I te reo Māori me ki. Tērā pia, tērā tētahi o ngā raru o te toko iti tai mai ki te kura. Kāore ngā whānau katoa o te hapori e tino kōrero Māori ana. Nō reira heu aua kia tuku mai tō tamaiti ki konei ina kāre o nā reo. Engari I kite au I te pua waitanga hoki o tērā āhuatanga. Nō reira I tēnei tau, kuhu mai te kau o ngā tamariki ko te toko whitu o ērā te kau no ngā kāinga reo Māori. Nō reira he mea hau tērā kia mātou. Raue.
whenua Kia ala te reo Nei rā Mauri Ora iwi Ko te mauarongo E ko marohi E re re no wharenua ki runga Kia maira Uia mai te oro wai Ane matauri o ngā iwi Atu ana e tohi atu nei Te ahita Tāki nā maira, ngā muanga o Matari. Tāki nā maira, ngā whetū gōko te